first thing we'll talk about is the claws, which you can kind of expect he uses in a lot of his normal attacks. Like instead of a sweep kick, he uses his claws. They give him pretty good range. He has a bunch of slashing normals. He's got this back one that acts as a pop-up.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the claw trail. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, it looks really cool. One of his key strings I'd like to show is his forward 4, which is this triple kick. Really good range, pretty quick mid. I think it's going to be one of his kind of key normals.
Knocks away.
Yeah. And then let's check out his throw, which I'm a huge fan of because it reminds me of Mortal Kombat 3.
It does.
That's one of my favorite takes on Shang Tsung.
It's awesome. I love when we have those little throwbacks in there.
You can also see he has this quick overhead. It doesn't pop up or lead to combos, but it's pretty fast, and it's going to lead to a knockdown. And here's a really interesting twist on Shang Tsung that I can't wait to talk about. So, you know, there's always a debate. Some people like him when he's an old man. Some people like him when he's young.
Right.
Why not both? At any time during a fight, Shang Tsung can morph into an old version.
Nice, cool.
And this drastically changes his move list.
Like how?
Well, for example, when he's young, his 2-4 is a knockdown. When he's old, 2-4 becomes a low.
Do you think it's because he can't stretch that much in there?
It might be.
Another example, back 1-2 is a pop-up. When he's old, it's a mid that knocks down. However, his overhead becomes a low combo starter.
Interesting. It's because he's just not as flexible old.
And his forward 4 string is significantly longer and has more hits.
That's cool.
Another neat thing is, this is not meant to be something that you have to set up, switching back and forth. It's not something that you need to cover your base. It's meant to be very quick, and it's something you should be going in and out constantly.
Cool.
So in addition, you can see it's pretty quick. You can also do it in the air.
Oh, neat, yeah.
And you can do it in the middle of a combo.
What?
And it's extremely fast.
That's,
Wow.
You can also switch.
that's just swaggy. Like, this
and
is
then
cool.
finish combos. Here's an example.
Oh.
So I'm actually inputting it, hitting the morph, and then switching at the end of the combo automatically, and I can go straight into a combo.
Wow.
There's gonna be some cool stuff the community does with
Oh
this.
yeah, which I'll show more when we get into his special moves.
Oh, okay.
So let's go into his special moves.
Sure.
Straight off the bat, you expect it. It'd be weird if he didn't have it. He has the flaming
Absolutely.
skulls. He can do the double.
And he's like in his classic pose too, which
Exactly.
I love.
He also has an EX version that kind of starts off as a kind of reference to his 3D fireballs from Deadly
Yeah, I was
Alliance.
gonna say Deadly Alliance, yeah.
He can also do a fireball in the air. And then
He's just controlling everything.
yes. Then he has a new move using his claw, which is a claw slash.
Oh.
It's a great combo ender. The EX version has armor, so it's kind of his anti-pressure tool.
Super cool.
Another new move, which again reminds you of MK3, is Bed of Nails.
Awesome.
He summons these, flips backwards. It's like an escape tool. If you want to get back to zoning, you can do it as an anti-air. You think they're going to jump, they're going to land on a bed of nails, which is a really painful way to land from your jump.
That's super cool.
And then he also has the ability to morph into his opponent.
He's doing all the morphing.
Yes.
It's morphin' time for him.
He can also morph back.
And so will you time out after a while, or?
Yes, he
Okay.
can either morph back on his own, or he'll time out.
Gotcha.
Now, as an old man, his special moveset completely changes. Instead of these straight fireballs, he has a ground fireball.
Oh, it's like his classic. Ah, that is like, I love it.
Instead of the multiple kind of claw move, he has a single one that covers significantly more space. And this is also an armored move. Instead of the bed of nails, he has this injector, where he actually implants you with an injection of poison that mutates you, and then knocks you away. Now this has an EX version that is super, super cool. He'll inject you, morph into the opponent, their restand, and then he actually gets a damage buff where he's Scorpion, but it'll be doing even more damage.
That's pretty nasty.
A better scorpion than the scorpion. Yep.
And he has an air fireball of his own, which is like a jumping version of the classic ground skull.
Right. Oh, so cool.
Still in the Screaming Skull.
Yes.
Is there anything he can't do?
He's pretty awesome. So one thing I wanted to show is the different ways that you can combo.
Oh, yeah.
So you could do stuff like, normally you just combo into this. You can morph mid-string and then do a special move. Another example.
Oh, what?
So I was able to start as Young, go into a combo string, do a special move as Old Shang, then do the restand with a morph. So 2 different morphs in one combo.
Wow.
Very, very cool.
That's a lot.
Yeah, Tyler's not going to play this character, that's what I know.
Well, one really wonderful thing about him is, while there's a ton of depth, he's actually not super hard to play because the moveset, the inputs are the same between Young and Old. So the fireballs, he has 2 different types of fireballs, but they'll always be down forward 1. Or the Bed of Nails move is down back 3, and the Injector's down back 3. So, you know, the
They
depth.
translate
Yeah, it
perfectly
translates it's very intuitive while also having a lot of depth to it. So there's a lot to think about, but you're thinking about what you want to do, not how to do it, which I think is a really neat design decision.
So I'd play him like Young first round, second round Old, and then my canon would be the second round took place 60 years later.
You could do that, but I really think when you get used to him, it's going to be super effective to be going back and forth. I think that's going to be the idea.
And
so
it's really
fast.
easy to do. It's just down, down, left trigger,
It's
right?
just down and left trigger.
Oh, just
So
down, right.
He is not meant to be challenging to play. The challenge is how you apply the tools. The tools themselves are not meant to be overly challenging.
Gotcha.
And the strings, when you're morphing, it's very lenient. Like, you input it, and then once the special move's about to come out, that's when the morph happens.
Okay.
Very
Let's
cool.
talk about the cameo I chose, because I chose